King Transit. I'm always in transition to get that dollar. On my way to the Shy, O Block and all that. I do when I travel. I always go to the hoods. And, you know, because people be like, oh, you're not. I always, because that's my people. I love my people. So, you know, it's just the energy you give. I always tell people, me and my brothers, we did a show back in the day. Went to South Carolina. Everybody was like, and everybody, the club was called The River. Down the riverfront or the river, something like that. But they said that a lot of people don't like doing shows there because everybody gets thrown in the river. People get shot after the club is out and everything. So when we get to the club, I had to be security. In the process of me being security, because my brother and them performing, so they had no security. So I had to be security. So as I'm patting people down, girls and guys, everybody got a gun. Because you know the South, everybody carries a gun. So I was like, yo, don't worry, we got drinks inside. Yo, just leave the gun in the car. Sure enough, that was the only night that nobody got shot or nothing happened after the club. I'm saying all this to say it's because of the energy you travel with. You got to check your energy. You got to know how to tone things down. You got to know when somebody's staring at you, how to give them a good word because they staring from their pain. They staring from their trauma. So you give somebody a good word instead of staring back and trying to face fight them. No, they come from that same trauma and pain that we all been through. Yo, King, I hope you have a blessed day. Yo, you looking good, bro. I like the way you wearing that hat. Give him a compliment. Put him in a comfortable space to where he don't feel like you're a threat. That's why I can travel anywhere in the world. That's why I say my name King Transit now. Because I transition for the money. I go and transit for the money. Wherever the money's at, I'm gonna go there. And I'm pulling up in the hood. I'm pulling up where everybody be like, yo, and I'm checking everybody's vibe, I'm checking the temperature, and I'm seeing, yo, these are my people. They just need a way out. Cause you know the OGs that sold us out. I'm part of them OGs. The OGs that sold them out. They're talking about the young dudes that's out to play this, that. Nah, they ain't give them good direction. They ain't give them position. Everybody's being selfish. The first thing they want to do is do the pack instead of telling them, no, this you can do this, you can do that, you can do that. And there's more money outside that drug game. There's more money outside the streets. So, you know, what we do, we didn't put our youngins in position. So before we cast the blame on the youngins, we gotta come back and say, yo, we gotta take accountability. Yo, we was all locked up. We left youngins out there to figure things out on their own. We stopped educating. Even from behind bars, we stopped educating. Because you could be behind bars and educate. So we stopped educating because we felt like we had to survive. So our survival became more important than the education of the people back home so they don't follow in our footsteps. But, you know, we dropped the ball, and now we complain about the young brothers. We complain about the young warriors. We complain about the young kings. And we can't do it. We got to go out there and say, how can I be of assistance? How can I get my brothers to see, how can I get my people to see that there's a better direction? You got to be that direction. You got to be that direction. You got to put yourself in position. And then once you put yourself in position, it's how many people you could put in position.
You touched on something last night real quick. You was talking about how everybody just want to be a boss. Nobody want to put nobody else in position and make other bosses. Like, so what's really going to make you a boss? Like, touch on that and let them know. Like, because everybody want to just go on YouTube and learn how to be a boss. How I'm going to make a $500,000. Like, what's going to make you a boss?
See, and you know, I hear all these people with these little slick cliches. You're not a boss, so everybody eats, and everybody at my table, I'm feeding everybody at my table. No, a boss, the true mindset of a boss is saying, I'm gonna show you how to build your own table. So now you can feed the people you love. Because if I'm feeding you, and all I'm doing feeding you, you're gonna need me to feed you. So a boss mentality is, I'm gonna put you in position. I'm gonna put you in position to be your own boss. But the only way I can be a boss if I make bosses. If I'm a boss with a whole bunch of workers, I'm just somebody that's organizing workers and giving myself a glorified title as a boss.
So that's more of a manager.
Yeah, I'm like a manager. I'm managing workers.
Supervisor.
Yeah, so I'm no different from the slave master. And that's the problem. Dudes can't break away from the slave master. And dudes is genuine bosses. But they still handcuffed to the slave master. Like, I see dudes right now, right? You know, the new wave is influencers. They bigger than They bigger than
rappers, athletes, all that.
They bigger than all that stuff. Because
Right.
like Kim Kardashian, for example, she's an influencer.
Right.
She has no talent. She has no nothing. Everybody said sex tape, this, that. She is an influencer. So the influencers, these
You don't think she's talented?
No, I don't think she's talented. I don't think she has no talent. So and most influencers don't. It's just their life is so influential that people grab onto them. They almost get like a cult type following. So now you got this following, and you still wearing Nikes. You got 1 million people following you, still wearing Nikes. Why you ain't got your own sneakers? Why you ain't got? But see, people are still tied to the slave master. I don't like people that talk that righteous talk and still be holding on to the slave master's hand. Don't talk to be righteous and hold the slave master's hand. That's a no-go.
Yeah, it's like sitting on the fence.
Yeah, it's like...
And because in the streets, you could die for some type of shit like that.
Playing both sides in the middle.
Right.
Oh, we don't believe how much power or how influential we are. That we get this pair of Nikes, they all different color, and now we put them on, and now people are buying them Nikes just because of we wearing them. I looked at the dude, 19 Keys, right? He got a hat. That's fire.
The crowns.
Yo, his caps are fire.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something. He shouldn't stop there. He should have the sneakers. He should have the clothes. He should just keep going because they fire. And then when he's speaking, what he's talking about is he's bringing people in. He's becoming a spiritual influencer, financial influencer. He's becoming all these different influencers.
You said you're a thought leader, like a thought leader.
So what happens is these people start gravitating to you where everything you do, they want to do. They say mimicking is a form of flattery. But everything that he does, people gonna want to do because he's giving out so much power. He's giving out so much juice. He's giving out so much food.
Game.
Yeah. For my food, because we know the food is poison. So we got to start growing our own food. We got to start taking care of our own animals. We got to start feeding our own animals, not giving them all the steroids. We got to start doing everything. And that comes from understanding that I'm talking from a righteous talk. So I have to put more into, only way to give power to my talk is my action. Because these people are going to try to kill us through food. That's why it's important.
That's the number one weapon.
That's why it's important as Muslims we understand the fast. The fast gives us discipline. Allah says, I prescribe the fast for those even if but you knew. Like, he wants you to know that when you fast, you're going to have discipline. If you
knew what it would do.
Yes, you have discipline. Nobody can't just feed you nothing. They put financial literacy as like a priority, and that is a priority. But what has to match that is spiritual guidance. You know, we have to have, like I say with these athletes, I always say, when these athletes sign these deals, they need to hire themselves a spiritual advisor. Somebody, I'm not talking about somebody that reads the Bible. I'm not talking about somebody that reads the Quran. I'm talking about somebody that's always in their logic. That's going to say, yo, bro, you see, that's why you don't need to mess with that girl because of this, that. It gives good, sound advice because LeBron, I give him a little props. But I frown upon the celebrities because I believe that everywhere you come from, you're supposed to go back there and put a development center. Not no youth center, not no basketball, not no football, a development center where they teach our kids financial literacy, where they teach them coding, where they teach them coding, where they teach them how to fix cars, where they teach them how to grow their fruits and vegetables, where they teach them everything that the college won't teach you. Architect, engineer, all that stuff that you need, but coding is the most important, powerful, because we understand everything is technology.
Right. J.R. Smith said that. He said, yo, Russell Westbrook, Paul George, we all LA guys. We all from Los Angeles, right? Why are we still going to work out at UCLA University? We don't got our own gym. We all got about $100-200 million collectively. We still don't got our own gym in LA. We all LA guys. J.R. Smith, Paul George, Russell. We all from LA. DeMar DeRozan. We all California. Why we don't got 4 gyms? Why we don't got 4 development centers? Why we don't got 4 or 5 community centers where we bringing kids together and giving them a safe haven to learn and grow?
At first I thought it was because they were selfish, but then I realized you're not constantly educating yourself. You have to educate yourself before you get the money, and you got to educate yourself while you get in the bag, and then you gotta educate yourself. When you think you achieved the status of the bag, it has to be constant knowledge. The prophet said, from the cradle to the grave. That don't mean you
learn a little something and then you good.
You get 25 million. Now you don't have to learn no more. Now you just gonna sit back and I want to travel and learn how to cook. I want to be able to cook every dish from around the world. My passion, is cooking. But I'm just driving and doing this real estate thing to get my money up. My passion is cooking. Because, with cooking, you got to put love into it. You can't just go in the kitchen and make something and half-heartedly because it's going to come out nasty. The worst thing that's going on right now is that you got women on social media complaining about dudes, complaining about men, but they pushing men to be child. They got them. Okay, as long as you're in the house playing a video game, you're not cheating, you good. We know you got 3 kids, but you're gonna take care of the kid you had with me. Like any woman that's not making you be a better father or a better man, you don't deserve to be with her. And any man that's not making a woman a better person and being a better woman, being a better mother, you don't need to be with him. When you got a man staying at your house and he got 3 kids and he ain't trying to reach out to him, don't wait till he fuck you over. That's toxic. I'm always taking it back to the streets. I know a motherfucker that ain't gonna take care of his kids is definitely gonna snitch. You're not loyal to what you birthed.
Created.
You're not loyal to what you created. Thanks, bro. If you're not loyal to what you created, how you gonna be loyal to any kind of code? How you gonna be loyal to any kind of code? You're not loyal to what came out of your nutsack. So now you're gonna be loyal. You're gonna be loyal to some shit, some hand-to-hand shit.
So you not taking care of your kids, but you taking 15 years for the home.
No, you're not doing that. You tell him. 2 people that I know, everybody will say, big bro, you wrong. I said, if a dude over there beating up a woman, he gonna snitch.
Right.
If a dude ain't take care of his kids, he's gonna snitch.
Right.
If you gotta fight for a nigga, if a nigga start mad shit in the street, he always this shit, you gotta fight for him, he gonna snitch. Because the person that can't stick up for themselves, they ain't gonna never be able to stick up for nothing. I don't glorify this, but I did 16 and a half hard years in federal penitentiary. And you know what the hardest point was? Where I seen the kids that I see out here now that think they shooters and they'll take your head off, they'll shoot your mama, they mad disrespectful. Those are the kids, when I was in the joint, that I would see getting raped, that I would see getting sunned out by the gangs. Oh, now they this or they that. All them shooters be pussy. All them shooters in the joint be pussy. And I see dudes that took one for the whole gang. For the first year or 2, after 2 years on their 25-year bid, ain't nobody sending you shit. You tell me you in a set with 50 dudes and you throwing it up, and everybody can't put in $1 a week to send you? There's 50 niggas, and you won't get $50 in 1 month from them niggas. Everything always starts off with the leadership. And what happens is, people are making the big homies, people are giving big homies titles, and they ain't never put no work in. My thing makes you big homies when you stop the people under you from going to prison. Like if you've been to prison, or if you've never been to prison, but you stopping the people from under you, you putting them you pushing them in a better direction than the prison, that makes you a big homie in my eyes. When you stop a motherfucker from going to prison, that's a big homie. You ain't pointing them, you ain't giving a nigga a pistol or a pack and telling them this is the way you do it and manipulating them. That's a big
like
homie. And then the worst thing to do is a fool that gets money and don't know what to do with his money. That's the worst thing. When you got all these hustles, like I tell my man, I bought my first house, $600 from the auction. So when I see dudes out there clocking to buy Jordans, to buy Gucci, to buy Louis, look, I go to work, my brothers, everybody laugh at me. I go to work, drive, I put on a pair of Crocs and a pair of sweatpants and a sweatshirt.
Everything.
I don't go out, I don't do nothing, I'm grinding. I got a plan, I'm focused, there's nothing else for me to do.